everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought this week it would be nice to do a bookish kind of lifestyle Q&A because I actually haven't done a Q&A yet on this channel. Also, two things. One, I'm sorry this angle is weird. I cannot find my tripod. I don't know where it's gone. So you're currently leaning on a box and a small ring light is pushing you against the wall. So sorry about that. And also I am sat on my windowsill, which if you don't know is kind of like my nook reading area, because it's where the best lighting is and all of my ring lights have run out of battery. So yeah, real great. And also all of my neighbours could probably see me up on the window. So you're sliding. Oh, I hate this. Okay, yeah, so all of my neighbours probably can see me filming this, but we got to do what we got to do. I do still need to get a cushion for this cozy nook, so I can't quite comfortably sit back, but yeah, so that was 3 things in the end. But yeah, just a few disclaimers. But I went over to Instagram and asked if you guys could ask me some questions. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, definitely do that. I'll pop a handle on the screen and it will also be linked below as well. And let's get on with the video. Okay, I ended up finding my tripod, which thank God, because my phone kept sliding, so that was kind of annoying. But let's get on with the questions now. So the first question that you guys asked on Instagram, some of you did, was what's your favourite book of all time? Which I hate this question because it's so hard to pick one. And yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I don't think I could pick one. There's definitely 2 in that come to mind. That I would say is joint first. I think overall last year I only rated like 5 books of 5 stars because I'm very harsh when it comes to rating books. I'm quite critical, and when it's a 5-star it means that like it was 10 out of 10, complete perfect, couldn't change anything about the book. And there's 2 books that do come to mind that maybe I would say were my all-time favourite books, and they're both thriller, horror kind of books. I'd say the first one is The Last House on Needless Street. I can't remember who the author is, but I'll put the books on screen. And then the second one, joint second, I think would be Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. Perfect books. Both didn't guess twists in it. Yeah, pretty brilliant. There's not too much to say about them, so I'd probably say if I had to pick, definitely those 2. Yeah, I would say definitely those 2. And then another similar question that was also asked was what's your favourite genre? Which again is really hard because I read so many different ones. Like I read historical fiction, I read fantasy, which I only just started reading, romance, classical books, so like anything like John Keats, Jane Austen, you get the gist. Horror and thriller. So there's like 6 different genres that I read, but maybe I would say thriller / horror just because those are my 2 favourite books from last year. But honestly, yeah, it's kind of hard to rank, to be honest. And it's also hard to say about fantasy because I'm only just starting out with fantasy. So again, it's a bit, I don't know, that one's hard. Let me know if you guys can answer that question for yourselves because I think that's a really hard question. But yeah, maybe I would go with thriller. Yeah, maybe I'll go with thriller. But if I had to pick one, but I also do love them all, so yeah, it's hard. But yeah, and the next question I got was what are you currently reading? So I haven't started it yet. I'm going to start after this video is filmed, but I'm finally starting A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. It's been on my TBR for a while and I found someone to book buddy read it with, and I'll be vlogging that, so definitely stay tuned for that. But that is a book that I'm starting, and I just finished Powerless by Elsie Silver from the Chestnut Spring series. Beautiful book, was obsessed. There's a review on my Instagram, so go check that out. But I rated that 4.5 and I loved it. I think so far it's my favourite book in the series, but we'll see with the other 2 as well. But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. And then someone asked, do you prefer physical books, ebooks or audiobooks? I've only just recently got into audiobooks because in the past when I've tried to listen to audiobooks, I've found it really hard to like concentrate on the book whilst doing something, which I still experience sometimes, but I think I have gotten better with it. So I am starting to like audiobooks, especially when I want to read but I need to do things like cleaning, or if I'm baking I'll listen to an audiobook, or if I'm just cooking I'll listen to, like, you know, like doing bits and bobs. Ebooks I actually don't read a lot on my Kindle, so, but I do enjoy it from time to time. Like sometimes I am in the mood to read on my Kindle, but not very often. If I was to rank it, I'd say physical is my all-time favourite because you just can't beat physical books in my eyes. And then maybe I'd say audiobooks, to be honest, because I've really grown to love them. And then ebooks, I reckon that's how I'd rank them. So yeah, I'd say my favourite would be reading a physical book, because to me, I not only just like reading, but I like having physical books on my shelf, and also I like physically turning pages. So I would say physical reading is my favourite. Also as well, I did say on my Instagram that you can ask me lifestyle questions, so there was a few lifestyle questions as well. And someone asked, do you prefer coffee, tea, or something else? So whilst I'm reading, I love a tea. I love a tea in the evening. I love having a tea before bed. I don't all the time, but like sometimes I will all the time religiously, and then sometimes I'll stop. I think in the summer I tend to have less tea. I adore iced matcha. I love an iced matcha. I'd say those are my top two drinks. I used to drink a lot of coffee, but I don't really drink coffee anymore. Not for a particular reason, but I think I've just ended up preferring either a tea or an iced matcha. And I do also love a crisp, cold Diet Coke, but it has to be from a can. It can't be from a bottle. I don't like Coke from a bottle. I don't know why. It is different, and I will argue to the day I die about that. A can is so much better, and also Diet Coke is better than full fat Coke in my eyes. Yeah, Diet Coke is the only type of Coke I like. I mean, I'll drink a full fat Coke if it's there and it's my only option. But yeah, I don't like any other Coke. I don't like the flavoured Cokes. I don't really like full fat Coke. I hate Coke Zero. But yeah, not for me, but that is my favourite. I also used to hate Pepsi, but I've started to grow on Pepsi a bit. But yeah, I'd say crisp can of Diet Coke, especially after dinner. That's what I always have. Sorry, I'm playing around with my candle and he stopped. Yeah, a crisp can of Diet Coke, especially with my dinner or after my dinner as like a treat. Definitely a tea before bed, or sometimes in the morning, or with a book. And iced matcha just all day every day, if I'm honest with you, which sometimes though I can never be asked to make it most of the time, if I'm honest. But especially one from Starbucks is my fave. I do love Starbucks one. But yeah, so those are my favourite drinks. And someone asked, what's your favourite hobby right now? So if you don't know, I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but sometimes I kind of think I do have it, because I just have so many hobbies that I try and juggle at once. That's not just reading. But I would say my favourite at the moment, I would say, is actually reading. But my second favourite is maybe a word search. I do love a word search at the moment. I haven't gone out of that phase just yet. Does that count as a hobby? I don't know. But I did also get some crochet books that I got for free because someone in my flat was giving them away. So I feel like that's going to be kind of lingering in my everyday very soon. But yeah, at the moment, other than reading, I've been doing a lot of word searches. I was drawing for a bit, but I stopped that. And then I went to colouring. So yeah, I think I'd say probably doing a word search right now. That's another one as well. I love doing a word search whilst reading, audio booking a book, listening to a book. Audio booking a book, is that a phrase? I don't know. But yeah, listening to a book. I love doing that as well whilst doing the word search. Should I say that properly at the moment? But yeah, it always changes all the time. Someone asked, what's your favourite season and why? Autumn. I like transitional seasons. I don't like summer or winter, but I like transitional seasons, even though my birthday's in July, so I should like summer, but I don't really that much. I don't like the heat. And in the UK it's really hot and none of us have aircon because our houses are built to keep in heat, and a lot of shops still don't have aircon, so that's why I hate summer. But I love autumn. Autumn's definitely my favourite. I literally look forward to autumn every single year. And then I'd say my second favourite is spring, because I like all the flowers coming out, all the animals, and also it starts to get sunny but it's not like really hot. So yeah, I'd say autumn and spring is definitely my favourite. Someone asked, what's your dream reading spot? So I'm actually creating my dream reading spot. I don't know why, but when I was a kid I've always wanted a reading nook where there's a window, like where I'm sitting right now. And like, yeah, I've always wanted one of those. I think I watched a movie where it had that, and I was like, oh, I need that, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I don't really know what sparked that like desire, but yeah, I've always wanted like a windowsill like reading nook. I feel like it's a very American thing. I could be wrong, but yeah. So when we moved in here and I saw this, I was so excited. It's not big, like I can fit in it, but I'm quite small, so that's probably why. But yeah, I'm gonna get like more cushions for it. I've got 2 cushions for it, and then like a cushion to sit on, like a longer cushion. But I'd say definitely like a windowsill like reading nook like this, because I love people watching and I've got an amazing view of the sea where we are. So yeah, definitely where I am right now. Or it's not real, but like, you know when you like set on YouTube and you search up like cozy ambience on YouTube, and like some of them are like fantasy like libraries or just like cozy libraries, one of those as well, which I know isn't real or could be real, but I just don't know where they are. But yeah, one of those 2 definitely is my dream reading spot. Or I got 3 actually. My dream one day is to have a cottage like in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods, far away from everyone. Or there, like in my fields with my animals. Definitely that as well. Someone asked, have you ever read a book that's life-changing? So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever had one that's like changed my life, if I'm honest. I don't know if that's like if people do have those. If you do, definitely let me know what's yours, because that'd be interesting to see. But I really thought about it and honestly don't know. The only thing I could think of is maybe Matilda by Roald Dahl, because that is what got me into reading like as a kid. That is what made me obsessed with reading, was that book. So I guess that was kind of life-changing. And then I'd say the Lunar Chronicle series. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but that was big on BookTube like back in 2016, I want to say. Like I've been an OG. I've been around for a while on BookTube. I'd say maybe that, because I would say that series got me back into reading in my teens. Because when I was a kid I like fell out of it for a bit as well. So I'd maybe say those 2. I do really want to reread the Lunar Chronicles, because I kind of really don't remember what it was about, but I remember being obsessed with them and I just want to reread them, to be honest. So I do have the books back in my family home, but I think I'm just gonna get them on Kindle and just read them. But yeah, I'd say maybe those 2, but I would say that's as life-changing as it gets for me. But definitely comment below what's your one, because I'm very interested. Maybe if it's a book I haven't read, I should read it and we'll see if it's life-changing for me as well. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting question, but very difficult. And then someone asked, let me have a look, what else have we got? What's a small thing that always makes you happy? That's a good question. I feel like there's a lot of things that makes me happy. I would say like a stormy night makes me happy, because especially in the summer when I'm getting like really sick of the summer heat and there's a massive storm, I'd say that, and like lighting a candle, that's a little thing that would make me happy. I feel like there's so many, but I can't think of them right now. I am very easily amused or very easily like impressed by things. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. I feel like there is so much more. I feel like as well, maybe like when my boyfriend goes out and he like buys me something, that like, even if it's like a bar of chocolate, it's like, it doesn't have to be deep. I'd say it would be that as well, because my love language is receiving gifts and giving gifts, so maybe that. But yeah, I can't really think. I feel like there is loads, but I can't think of them right now. But I say those two. I think also just in general buying candles, I've had a recently developed obsession with candles, so I'd say maybe that. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely comment yours below as well, because basically all of these questions that I'm being asked, I'd love for you guys to answer them too, because I'll just be curious to see. But I'd say maybe those two. But yeah, I am very easily amused and impressed, and yeah, I'd say maybe those two. What's one goal that you have this year? So book wise, I want to read 50 books. I actually want to try and reach that, but I don't know. I never can, because work gets in the way. But because I'm starting a new job in 2 weeks time now, I'm determined to not ditch my hobbies whilst I'm working, because I think the main problem was I did that with my old job and I just completely lost myself, because I was just working and then I wasn't doing things that I enjoyed, which is a massive no, don't do that. So maybe I can reach 50. But yeah, I'd say that's my goal, and just like branching out with more books that I don't think I would typically enjoy. I'd say as well, actually getting a fair chunk of my novel written, because I've stopped that for over a few months. Like 3 months time. It's been a while since I've written, so I definitely want to get more done with that. And I guess, yeah, just kind of like continuing focusing on myself and my mental health, because in the past 6 months or so I've definitely learned how important it is for me to prioritise my mental health and look after myself. So I definitely say that as well. And just working on loving myself, I think, too. But yeah, those are my goals. That's kind of it with the questions, if I'm honest. A lot of the others were kind of similar, just worded slightly different. So yeah, that is the Q&A. If you guys want another one or a part 2, let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to do another one. I do quite love a Q&A. But yeah, that is the end of today's Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, which may be an ACOTAR reading vlog. So stay tuned and subscribe.